Hey everybody, welcome to the beautiful Duna Arena, home of all things diving during Budapest 2022. Today we're going to take you behind the scenes to see what an athlete goes through on competition day. Let's get going. So we're beginning our tour here, actually nowhere near poolside. This is the dryland area where athletes begin their warm-up. It's a lot more like, I guess, a gymnast would have, and there are a lot of similarities between the sports. Many of the divers actually started in gymnastics before switching sports, and this is where they're getting prepared and ready for their dives in competition. Next up, back onto poolside. So this is the warm-up pool. Obviously it's a little bit quiet when the divers are in town. It's usually very busy during the swimming, but the divers will be spaced out around the pool doing various exercises to get ready for their competition. This is also where they get in the mindset for competition. So they're doing their stretches, but they're also talking to coaches and getting prepped for those crucial dives. And this is where the athletes will enter onto poolside. Lovely colours either side. There'll be lots of music, lots of applause, hopefully from the audience as they step out and get ready for the competition. They'll be trying to block all of that out though and focus on what's about to happen up on the boards. So here we are, best seat in the house. This is where the judges get to sit during competition and assess what's going on from the 3 meters and the 10 meters, but also coaches during the sessions, they'll be able to get a really good eye on what their athletes are doing. Well, we've got a good view here, obviously, of the tower. Let's go and have a look at it. So we're properly behind the scenes here. We have the hot tub where divers can go and just chill out after they've done a routine, maybe think about what they've just been through, but also kind of relax ahead of the next dive. And you've also got the showers just behind to wash off, wash away all those thoughts if a dive went bad, but also to recompose for round 2. Well, we've seen it from down below. Let's go have a look up from the top. So the competition heights are 1 meter, 3 meters and 10 meters, but there are also boards at other heights so that those working all the way to the top can have a little bit of practice. At the moment we're at 3 meters, so you can see the springboards over to my left hand side, and up there we've got some of the high divers who are going to be going from 10 meters a little bit later practicing their routine. Okay, so we're not at top height yet. This is at 3 meters, so this is where a lot of the athletes will come to practice their higher dives, so partway through their routine, and they're working their way up. Already from this height, you know, it's a long way up, a long way down, but wait till we get up to the 10 meter. I'm out of breath just climbing these steps, so we're at 7.5, but we're going to go all the way to the top. Already feeling a bit nervous. Let's go. And this is it, 10 meters at the top of the Duna Arena. These athletes are lined up ready to go in competition a little bit later, doing some training right now. It's a great view up here. I'm a little bit out of breath from just the walk up to the top. Look, it's a great view from here, but standing on the edge, which I have done before, you know, really gets the heart going, as it does for the athletes themselves. Many of them admit, you know, they're pretty scared when they get to the end, because when it goes wrong, it goes badly wrong in this sport. But when it doesn't, when they absolutely nail it, it is a work of art. It is absolutely beautiful what they can produce. And diving from 10 meters, you know, it takes a real impact on the body. What they do is incredible. Here's a clip of what it looks like to dive from the 10 meters. So what an athlete goes through when they throw themselves from this height and hit the water at about 35 miles an hour. It is incredible. In case you're wondering, I have been from a 10 meter. I'm not going to do it today. It's way too scary to do twice. 10 meter platform here in Rio, the Olympic one. I've done all the way up to 7.5. This is the top one, never been off a 10 meter before. Just have a quick look down there, places you can get, long way. It's the thought that I could die doing this. I probably won't. It's a bit melodramatic, but... Woo! It's crazy. It feels like you go forever, but it probably only took about, I don't know, a second. It doesn't half hurt your balls. Now safely back on firm ground, much happier here, I have to admit. When the athletes have finished themselves though, and they're hopefully pleased with their performances, they come through this area. This is where they meet the media for the first time to do their post-competition interviews. They then head around the back here to the second mix zone area. This is where they'll usually speak to some of the non-rights holders, but also maybe radio, and also the written press who'll have lots of questions for them. They'll be all sort of penned into this area. Then they can finally go and relax back at the cool down area. So we're back on poolside. For some, this will be the end of their day, but for a lucky 3 who've made it onto the podium, there is another step. This is where our behind the scenes tour finishes. The best place to be if you're an athlete. Top step of the podium. Got to admit, feels kind of special up here, but this is the closest I will ever get to a gold medal. To find out who will be the actual champions here at Budapest 2022, keep it FINA 1908.